streaming live, tackling the topics everyone's talking about online. Share, engage, interact. This is Newsfeed Now.
Welcome to Newsfeed Now. I'm your host over the next 20 minutes or so, Aaron Nolan. Today is Weed Appreciation Day. Not to be confused with National Weed Day, which is April the 20th. Do we really need a day to appreciate weeds in our life? Speaking of weed, we've got more on medical marijuana later in the show. Let's get out of the weeds and talk about having babies. It's the weirdest transition I think I've ever written in my life. I'm sure for you and your spouse, you remember that moment when you were told or you realized you're pregnant or that you're going to have a baby or your wife's going to have a baby. It's happened to me twice. The first time literally was a surrender cobra moment. You know, you're like, oh my. The second time I smiled real big and said, yay. Side note, both daughters are the joys of my life. But both times it seemed other couples were having babies here at work. So let me say this again. So both times my wife was pregnant, it seemed like everybody else at work was having a baby. Do you have that? The joke was, don't drink the water. Well, in Kansas, at one school, you shouldn't drink anything. The water, the iced tea, the lemonade, the Coke, the coffee, nothing. In fact, if you don't want to have a baby, maybe you should steer clear altogether of this elementary school. 7 of the 15 teachers are pregnant at the same time. Nearly 50% of the teaching staff is about to have a baby. I can't make this stuff up. Emily Younger explains.
Welcome to Oak Street, where the students are eager.
Way to go.
Yeah. And the teachers are enthusiastic.
It is just like one big family.
The family is growing.
March 27th.
I'm due April 10th.
April 10th.
July 14th.
Due date is August 18th. My due date is October 2nd.
I'm due October 8th.
If you can't tell, these are not due dates for homework.
It's the water that's not safe.
7 of the school's 15 classroom teachers
Okay, that's true.
are expecting.
To me, it just kind of becomes comical. I'm from a family of teachers, and they've never heard of this either, so.
I just loved the questions I got, like, does your husband know?
I said, what we really need right now is a sponsorship from like Pampers or Huggies or somebody.
So far, no sponsorships. Just a lot of jokes.
Don't drink the water. That's the biggest one.
That's how last in line, Tiffany Schmidt broke the news to her boss.
I go, I drink the water. She's like, you're like number 7. And she's like leaning over her desk and she's like, oh my gosh.
Kidding aside, the women are elated to bring not 1, not 2, not 7, but 8 babies into the Oak Street family.
I said, well, the rest of these ladies were just having 1, so I had to outdo them somehow, so I went for 2.
You're the twin.
Okay, let's bring in Emily live from Wichita, Kansas. Emily, 47% of teachers at this elementary school are about to have babies. 8 new babies are coming into this elementary school. There's got to be a buzz around that town.
There is so much buzz. They actually told me not even to bring in my water bottle because they were afraid it would get contaminated. So then, you know, people aren't even sitting in chairs anymore. But hey, it's all in good fun and everybody is just thrilled for these women.
All right, so is there really an excitement, or is the principal kind of nervous that the majority of the staff is about to check out for months?
You know, there was a little bit of nerves, you could tell, but the good thing is 3 of them are due in the next couple of months. One actually had a baby yesterday, by the way.
That's awesome.
So they'll have the summer break to kind of break up when they'll need substitutes, and then the next 3 or 4 will be at the beginning of the next school year. So they'll only need 3 or 4 long-term subs at one time. So that's, I think, keeping this principal going.
There is some planning that can go in getting pregnant. Did these ladies plan this?
You know, it was the silliest question I think I've ever asked in my career. I go, did you do this or what caused it? And I was like, wait,
hold on, Emily. Did you really ask people what caused these pregnancies?
You know, admit that on live TV one more time, but it was probably the most interesting conversation that I've had in my career. But they all were open to the idea of having children. So there you go.
Okay. That is good. Let's talk about the kiddos there. Are the kiddos as excited that their teachers are having these babies all pregnant at the same time? And what's cool, you know, I've got 2 kids myself. These kids get to learn about the pregnancy process, right? They get to see all of this. Are they excited about it?
Oh, they are thrilled. When we had them lined up for the photo op, some of the kids were going out for recess, and they all were just kind of looking at these women's bellies, like, what's going on? And then I don't know if you heard the one teacher. She said, "Yeah, my students keep asking, does your husband know?" So there's a lot of questions. One of the classes is guessing if it'll be a boy or a girl. Once that teacher finds out. Another one, the one that's having twins, her students are coming up with names. And one that I heard was James and James Jr., or if it's a boy and a girl, James and Jameson. So there's definitely a lot of buzz going on with the students as well.
Oh, without a doubt. All right, so you keep mentioning water. What's wrong with water? Do you understand this joke?
I don't understand it. Are you drinking water right now?
You're telling me, wait a minute. Hold on. I can't, no. All right, Emily, gotta go. Gotta wrap this up. Thank you so much. We appreciate you taking the time.
No problem.
All right, bye. Wow. Okay, switching gears. We're going to turn away from this story. We're going to turn to this story. It's a fear for a lot of people, right? Not babies. Heights, falling, being trapped. All of these things one man from Alabama experienced in a moment. After car trouble, he pulled over on a bridge to check under the hood. What happened next is bizarre and downright scary. He ended up in the Gulf Coast. Nicolette Schleichman has more.
Every time I close my eyes, I keep having flashbacks.
Damian Wright was driving east towards Daphne on the I-10 Bayway with Tiara Ansley and their son, 2-month-old Keegan, when their car started having trouble.
Engine just shut off, and then all the lights turned off, so we couldn't even use our hazard lights.
They pulled into the emergency lane on the left side of the Bayway, and Wright went under the hood.
As I was reconnecting my battery, I heard a loud boom. And then I ended up falling over the bridge.
Another car had crashed into the back of their car.
It happened so fast. I got out and checked the baby, and then I got out the car, and he wasn't there, and I was freaking out. I thought he was under the car, so I checked under the car. He wasn't there. I looked over the bridge, and I didn't see anything, and probably about 15 minutes later they had found him.
For several minutes, Ansley was terrified.
I was thinking the worst that could happen, like he was probably dead somewhere.
And Wright was disoriented.
I heard the loud boom, and then I completely blacked out, and then when I came to, I was underwater. I was trying to figure out what happened, if I was dreaming, what was going on.
But somehow, he managed to survive.
I'm just glad that we all made it out, that they have no scratches, no long-term injuries.
All right, Nicolette now joins us from Mobile, Alabama. Nicolette, I need you to tell me really what happened. Watching your story, and this is the second time I've watched it, this guy got out, checked under the hood, and ended up in the Gulf of Mexico.
Yeah, well, actually into the Mobile Bay.
Okay.
So he was driving from Mobile to Baldwin County, and to get there, you have to drive across a several-mile-long bridge, and it's about 16 feet high above the Mobile Bay. And honestly, I don't even know if he knows what happens. So his car went down. He went to the left side of the bridge, pulled over. His battery wasn't working, so he couldn't even put on the emergency lights. He went under the hood, he was working on the battery, and then all of a sudden a car hit them from behind. I assume because it was nighttime, didn't see the car there because there was no emergency lights on, and hit the car, and then somehow he wound up waking up in the Mobile Bay.
Okay, so, but there was some sort of vehicle accident where he was hit and then ended up going into the water.
Yeah, so another car hit him from behind, hit the passenger side, the back passenger side, and I guess somehow pushed him into the wall and then over the wall of the bridge.
All right, 16-foot fall, obviously not enough to be a deadly fall, but definitely enough to hurt you.
Yeah.
Did it knock him out? Because I know he said he kind of woke up and didn't know where he was.
I think so, because he said he blacked out after he was hit. He heard the boom, and then all of a sudden he woke up and he was in the water. So I'm assuming that means he probably blacked out for just a little bit. He said it was split second, so I can't imagine it was very long.
Any other medical issues that were diagnosed? How's he doing? Obviously, it's a terrifying thing.
Yeah, it's very terrifying, and he was actually pretty good when I saw him. He walked up towards us, and I didn't see any sort of limp or anything like that. He said he had no broken bones. The only thing that he had that was, other than a couple cuts on his face and arms, he had his finger bandaged because his hand was actually on the battery when the car hit him and flew out of the car with him. So the doctors think he had some sort of battery parts inside of his finger, so they had to kind of deal with that a little bit. And that was the only thing that he really had to have happen.
How fortunate does this family feel to still have their dad?
Very fortunate, and even more fortunate because there was actually, Tiara has another son, a 2-year-old, who was supposed to be in the car with them at the time, but for whatever reason, her sister wanted to watch him that night, and he would have been in the back passenger seat where that car hit him, hit them.
Wow, definitely interesting story. A lot of questions, but good news is safety. They're okay.
Yes.
They've made it. Nicolette, thanks for taking the time out of Mobile. All right, again, it is National Weed Appreciation Day. States across the South have begun opening up their medical marijuana. See the transition? Anyways. Louisiana is no different, but when it comes to putting the product on pharmacy shelves, well, pharmacists are now urging the state to have prescription cannabis on the market by May. Here's Harrison Golden with more.
Okay.
Dr. Victor Chow opened the medical marijuana clinic of Louisiana just a few years ago after state lawmakers agreed to green light prescription cannabis, but with the legal product still not available in the state. He has nothing to prescribe to patients suffering from cancer, epilepsy, mental illness, and more.
It is extremely frustrating that we just have one final step to take, me and my patients, but it's the one step that I have no control over.
That's because Louisiana's 9 approved marijuana dispensaries have yet to receive batches. They're waiting on state-licensed growers, including GB Sciences, to create enough medicine. Then state agriculture officials must still test a second time for potency, pesticides, and contaminants. The long wait has prompted a demand from pharmacists to have medical pot reach their shelves in some capacity by May 15th.
So any kind of adverse event, death, suffering, pain, anything after May 15th is going to be on the people that are responsible for getting this product out.
Shreveport pharmacist Doug Boudreau says patients have been asking him too when medical marijuana will be available.
It's just horrible, horrible pain where, other medications fail.
Many of them have exhausted literally everything that we can offer them in terms of conventional medical therapy.
Agriculture Commissioner Mike Strain says he hopes to meet that May 15th deadline, though he has not committed to it, arguing that product safety comes first.
I'm going to go meet him.
In the meantime, Chow says he'll keep holding consultations with patients.
A lot of my patients,
so he'll know just what to prescribe them when the time comes.
All right, Harrison now joins us from the state capital of Baton Rouge in Louisiana. When was this approved? When did voters approve this, Harrison?
Hey, Aaron. Yeah, in 2015. Okay. So, I mean, it's been 4 years in the making. And mind you, this was a different administration. The Republican governor at the time supported this legislation. The Republican legislators in that time had sponsored it as well. And now we're in a Democratic administration, and we're having support from them. So it's really a bipartisan effort, 4 years running. But when it comes to, again, practicing this and putting these items on the shelves, still away.
Yeah, this is actually not a foreign concept. I know a lot of folks who maybe understand the voting thing, this whole voting, I voted yes, I voted no thing, let's just get it going. In my home state of Arkansas, it's been taking 2.5, 3 years now as well. How patient, or rather how impatient, are folks getting that voters said yes, they approved this, it was more than 50%, and it's not happening?
Emphasis on impatient. I mean, we've spoken to, both on and off camera, the pharmacists, the doctors, the patients, the activists, the lawmakers, all just trying to figure out when we can see these items on the shelves. Of course, May 15th, the most recent deadline, more or less self-imposed. But again, even that's in a limited capacity. That's to say nothing of the August idea, the August deadline that a lot of people would like to see this in more of a full capacity with more formulas, more THC ratios and CBD ratios, different options by August. So we're just talking about the delay for the May release, to say nothing of the full release come August.
Correct me if I'm wrong. This is really not a partisan issue anymore. I mean, both for Louisiana and Arkansas, this just comes down to doing it.
Exactly, yeah. I couldn't have said it better myself, Aaron. I mean, this has been led by Republican lawmakers and Democratic lawmakers. And listen, in Louisiana, I'm sure you may see this just one state over, but just peeking in and seeing the tensions, the partisan tensions in Louisiana, this is not something that we've been really seeing much of. This has been a bipartisan effort, but again, the regulatory hurdles of state agencies, regulators, and the publicly sponsored growers, some tensions continuing and trying to figure out how to get this done in a quick fashion.
Yeah, well, one thing that I've noticed throughout the South, it's not a quick fashion. Harrison, thank you so much. Appreciate you taking the time there out of Baton Rouge. Finally today, the Peter Pan and the Lost Boys mentality of being a kid forever, it's out the window. It's time to be an adult. Speaking of adulting, have you ever noticed how the workers at Chick-fil-A are so proper and nice and professional? It seems some of those teens have already mastered the responsibility that I still lack at nearly 40 years old. In Arkansas, one manager is hoping to bottle that adulting with this book. Here's more on Adulting 101.
And this book addresses a lot of those topics, gives very tactical life skills. It helps them to maximize what they're making and maximize their time and to be the best adult that they can be as they're launching into life after school. I employ hundreds of students over the last several years, and what I really realized is that so many of the young people that began working with me lacked a lot of the life skills that were needed as they launched into adulthood. The employees really, my team is who helped craft this content in a lot of ways. So my co-author and I both engaged with the young adults that we work with. This is a compilation of a lot of the conversations we've had over time. I have a couple of individuals that have actually begun the process to become a Chick-fil-A owner-operator. What is talked about in the book from a personal development standpoint is reflective in their lives from the learnings that they've had in this restaurant. They've become successful adults and have progressed with their careers outside of these four walls, in part because of the book, but also because they've just worked very, very hard at it.
All right, Josh now joins us from one of the greatest places in all the world, right? We all know it here in the South, Chick-fil-A. Josh, first off, I want to read to you the verb that's on the back of this book called adulting, to do grown-up things and have responsibilities such as a full-time job, rent, or car payment. How much do you guys at Chick-fil-A believe in that?
Oh my goodness, so we employ so many young adults that come through our restaurant, and what we're really finding is a lot of them have not gained the skill sets necessary to be successful in life after school, whether it's high school or college or just anywhere in their 20s. We are finding more and more folks are looking to their employers to help raise them, and a lot of that was the genesis of writing this book.
All right, so when did you start writing it, and when did you realize I'm going to finish this and I want this to be something that is kind of a blueprint for maybe teens growing up?
That's a great question. So this actually launched for me about a decade ago as I'm wrapping up college. I had a great mentor of mine that was pouring into me. He would have all of the seniors that were part of his organization meet at a local grocery store, and he would teach us how to grocery shop, and he would give us his kind of manual on life. It was 6 or 7 pages of bullet point ideas for how to live after college. And that was just transformative for me and was the basis of what this book ultimately became. About 3 years ago, I called him up and said, hey man, I got this idea for a book. It came from a lot of your original source content a few years ago. I would love to get to do this with you. Are you interested? And he said yes.
All right, Josh, now let's spin this back over to Chick-fil-A, because, you know, there's a running joke. You guys are running this thing literally like a machine, but it's more than just chicken for you guys. As I know a lot of the owners around the South, this is really a mission of making life and making the experience of eating better, easier, and I'm assuming, knowing the book, knowing you, training your staff as well to be better human beings.
And that's what it really boils down to. So Chick-fil-A, we want to be known as the brand that cares, whether it's caring for our guests or for our team members, we realize that each of them are people that come in with full life responsibilities outside of our workplace, and they will be with us for a season of life, and we care deeply about them. We want to pour into them, and the more that we pour into them personally, we have found develops a better professional leader.
All right, finally, before you go, what is the first thing that you tell a teenager that you've just hired on how to be the perfect Chick-fil-A employee?
Oh, goodness. We talk a lot about smiling. Honestly, make eye contact, smile at the guest, stay connected, and speak enthusiastically. If you can do those 4 things, we can solve all the other stuff. But if you can do those core 4, we're good.
Well, when do you want Chick-fil-A sauce with that come in? It's got to be soon.
We get that a little bit later in the training.
Well, I would think it's got to be number 2, Josh. I really think so. Josh, thank you for taking the time. Where can we get the book at?
You can get the book on Amazon or in any big box retailers around this graduation season.
And, of course, you can get the best chicken only at Chick-fil-A, right?
Amen.
All right. Got an amen to end the show. Thank you, Josh. Appreciate you for taking the time here on Newsfeed Now. What a way to end the show with a literal amen from Chick-fil-A. Have a great one. We'll see you back here on a Finally Friday. Bye, guys.